what have we here? A whole new place! With bats and ghouls and cars in disguise.
I'm here at DCA for Halloween time because for the first time they're having Halloween at DCA as well as Disneyland Park. Buena Vista Street and Cars Land are all decked out with Halloween decorations, and perhaps most notably they're doing a special variant of Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout after the sun goes down called Guardians of the Galaxy Monsters After Dark. Joining me is, as usual, Charlie and Dave.
We're usual.
And as very unusual in every way, Ryan HIPP. Oh, and Jared is behind the camera right there. Say hi, Jared.
Hi.
Turn it around. So
Hi.
So let us check out what Halloween looks like in California. There's so many bats, they're literally trying to escape the big landmark of DCA.
Well, still a better Gotham City than Six Flags yet.
You know, part of me still misses the candy corn.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
I like candy corn.
Ghosts are bad, but the one that's cursed is the headless horseman. He's the worst.
That guy has no head.
This guy? Sure. I mean, we knew that. As you approach the park from Buena Vista Street and come around through here, it looks like the pumpkin is his head.
I don't know about you, but I think they're really overdoing it with the Tim Burton and the parks.
One park gets the Adventures of Ichabod, and the other park gets the Adventures of Mr. Toad, so you put them together for a complete set.
So, he's here, but where are the other three? I mean, it's clearly been the apocalypse all year, so...
Well, the other three got shipped away when they bulldozed Big Thunder Ranch.
Hey kids, want to make your vomit confusing?
It's an excuse to keep last month's churros. They're decorated that way.
That's right, kids, come get your picture taken with Satan Bird. Satan Bird, we love you. Wow, Kellyanne Conway got a really great makeover.
Mater's Graveyard Jamboree!
And yet they didn't change this to Mater's Petting Boo.
I can't wait for it to start screaming without any sound effects or music.
Isn't the oil just gonna leak out, though? I have so many questions. Like, what's my purpose in the universe? And what's the capital of North Dakota?
I can't think very hard about the Cars universe before it all starts crumbling down and I start to worry that we're not actually being transported into a magical world full of talking cars.
Dave, this wasn't how we wanted you to find out, but you're adopted.
I had a feeling. I knew you weren't my real mother.
None of this is real, Dave. This is all...
Well, I know you're not real because no person would possibly be like you on purpose.
It's okay. It's okay. But what it really needs is more candy corn. Come, little children, I'll tow thee away. What do you think are the odds in 20 years when Hollywood and Pixar get so desperate that they actually make these movies?
See, if they had just started planning this a few months later, they could have made this poster just Darren Aronofsky's Mother Road.
What, no Cabby Murphy in the Haunted Manifold?
You think Ed Catmull is proud that his great achievements in technology led to this? Puns that even your dad would be ashamed of.
Wouldn't it have been less of a stretch to just go with Truck or Treat?
Well, actually, the more of a stretch it is, the more they get paid, I think.
So much like Dickens got paid by the line, the Imagineers here got paid by the distance between setup and punchline.
It still needs more candy corn.
And you're in this too.
Yep.
So they repurposed a Mr. Toad vehicle into Lizzie as a spider. You were wrong, Dave. Ichabod and Mr. Toad are in the same park.
I hang my head in shame.
Why is Yondu a car now?
Hondu.
See, the cars use jumper cables in their Halloween decorations. You know, just like how we humans are always using defibrillators in our Halloween decorations.
Hey kids, guess what? One of our happy car friends just died! Very gruesomely.
Literally wrapped around a tree, too.
So that's where I parked.
I was in the Indy 500!
So who wants to go finding the other arm from the Def Leppard drummer? It's somewhere over here, right?
What is God's plan for us? There is no plan. The Earth is shedding us like parasites.
I hope you're all enjoying this fun Disneyland video with reminders of gruesome car crashes.
Mom, Dad, can we gruesomely crash the car on the way home? That looks fun.
You don't even need your parents, just go out on your own. Remember the Hood Rat Kid video?
They keep the keys in Mom's purse.
This video has been ruled unsuitable for advertisers.
So here is the Dia de los Muertos shrine for Doc Hudson, who is still alive on the ride just over there.
Well, I think they just set this up early in their plot to murder him, and they just wanted to get ahead of themselves.
The question is, why don't they just call it Dia de los Motors? I mean, they wouldn't have gotten in trouble for trying to trademark that. So now they're just calling it Carco, I guess. The Brakes Motel, ladies and gentlemen. So Disney got tired of Universal making fun of all of their attractions.
Yep.
So Disney decided to make fun of one of theirs.
I'm just impressed. There's little bits of candy corn in there. I'm so proud of them.
So this is a set from the classic film Sidecar.
Directed by Alfred Hitch a Ride Back Home.
I can't wait for the Gus Van Sant remake. Thank you, I'll be here none of the week. But wait, if he exists in our universe, why isn't his name Gus Mansant? That's just inconsistent. I don't believe it. I reject the notion. I love his movie of just two cars driving through the desert. You know, cars.
I have been trying so hard to come up with a pun on Anthony Perkins, and just nothing's coming to me.
But what about Anthony Parkins?
I hate you.
Don't take it so hard, Ryan. We all hate you.
Me too.
Wait a minute. Charlie, are you looking me in the eyes and telling me that this park has a ride that's humorous, and the humor comes from the characters and the situations, and not an unceasing string of horrible automotive wordplay? Is that what you're telling me? For Halloween this year, Guardians has a seasonal overlay, but only at night, only after dark, and it is currently roughly dusk. The overlay is called Monsters After Dark, and it's basically a sequel to Mission Breakout, an immediate sequel, because, you know, they take off in the Milano, and then they realize, oh, we forgot Baby Groot, so Rocket has to go back and get him. So that's going to be interesting, and they apparently wrote a new piece of music for it, so they didn't have to license anything. Some kid just screamed over there, and I hope that kid resolves his problems, because Lordy knows if it was important enough to scream and ruin the shot, I hope it was resolved very quickly. Yeah, you do that. So there's a new piece of music written for this overlay, which is,
I killed him.
Oh, good. Kind of a shame, because how awesome would it be to ride this to, like, you know, Frankenstein by Edgar Winter or something. Or, hell, even Monster Mash. And obviously it's called Monsters After Dark because here there be monsters, including a sneak preview of a monster that's going to have a prominent role in Thor Ragnarok. So, that'll be fun. This is a Marvel section of the park, so, Charlie, would you be willing to turn off the dark?
I gotta ask Webhead over there.
Okay.
I killed him.
Oh, good. Monsters After Dark. Let's check it out through the magic of video editing.
My laboratory in the castle east, to the master bedroom where the vampires feast. The ghouls all came from their humble abodes to get a jolt from my electrode.
We just rode Guardians of the Galaxy Monsters After Dark. I am joined by Jared and Ryan and Charlie and Dave, who has turned into Brianna magically. And that was awesome.
I'm having a hard time like holding the light because my hand is shaking. Oh my god, that was probably the closest this has been to a Tower of Terror experience since Mission Breakout opened.
I understand exactly why they're only doing it after dark and only during the Halloween season. It makes sense. But it kind of sucks that availability of it is going to be that selective. I mean, that's even more selective than Ghost Galaxy, because at least that runs during the day.
I'm pretty certain that there's only one screen, like one option. It's not like the regular Guardians where it's like there's several different screens available.
It would like drag the line to Cars Land.
That's true.
If it was like that, because people would want to rewrite it over and over again to get all the ride films during a short amount of time.
It's after park closing right now. We were in line for that long. The park is closed.
So you enter the building and everything's chaotic on the screen. There's static everywhere. The video is skipping.
Back in your first vlog, I was saying how the only nitpick I had was that it didn't have Yondu. This one actually has Yondu.
For like a split
For
second.
like 5 seconds, he's
doors creak and the tombstones quake. I come out for a swing and wake. I'm a happy haunt, y'all.
I don't know how it works within the canon, but Ghost Yondu is here, and he is haunting the warehouse, and I kind of love that.
Well, remember in the Shrek video when I said it's lame that franchises that never had ghosts in them suddenly put ghosts into them? Well, I was wrong when it's Yondu.
Yeah.
Oops, Ghost Yondu.
I'll take whatever Yondu I can get.
You head into the collector's library and the animatronic rocket is like, what are you still doing here? Get out! Wait a minute, don't get out! And he basically is going to use us as bait so that he can get Groot out of the building. At one point he says, I've got to get Groot out of there before he gets ate.
My little pal Groot is lost in the fortress somewhere, and I need to find him before he gets ate.
For a split second I thought he said before he gets AIDS. What kind of monsters have you got in here? We head into the main queue and there's lights shining everywhere. It's really creepy. It's like a really nice Halloween Horror Nights maze. You ride the ride and metal music is playing and it's mostly dark, but every now and then lights flash.
It's an adrenaline rush right from the get-go, because like once the doors close, that music kicks in and the elevator just shoots up.
I'm a fan of well-used metal music. This one is a completely original piece by the same guy who did the score for the Guardians movies. And it's an original piece called Monsters After Dark, but it has more of like a Motorhead vibe to it.
Yeah.
I fucking love that. Like, if you put Ace of Spades in the place of this, it would still work, but damn it if I don't want this track now.
I need it on iTunes now.
We'll buy it. You got 5 customers at least, Disney.
Most of it just like monster, like that.
Monsters After Dark.
We're chanting it.
I know there's a tendency to distrust or roll one's eyes when hearing that there is a Disney attraction with a song that sounds like Motorhead. It's like, oh, Disney doing metal, how good are they gonna get it? No, this is a amazing metal track.
I don't know if it was just me, but it really did feel like the elevator was going up and down like faster. Like the G-force felt stronger.
It was fun to have just rocketing baby Groot because they're adorable and they're a good time.
Rocket and Groot are fending themselves off against basically Smaug. I know it's the monster from Ragnarok, but design-wise, it's basically Smaug. Any objections? Yeah, kind of like if Smaug and the Balsmog.
The Balsmog, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it looked like it was made out of lava.
A cool design is a cool design.
Although if your bowels are filled with smog, you should probably see a doctor.
It's called Monsters After Dark, but it should be called Monster, because there's really only one monster, and it's the Balsmog. I was half expecting all these different creatures leaping out at you, and it's really just the one. So know that going into it, and that's really my only nitpick.
Also, I would like to point out that this ride ends with a jump scare, and I was not prepared for that.
Everyone screamed.
What really made it for me was that we had a really great cast member.
Yeah, I generally don't like to comment on particular cast members because this is still a review show technically, and your cast member experience is going to differ wildly, but yeah, she in particular was great. She said something like, did you guys see the sign outside? The sign that said, enter at your own risk? It's nothing, don't worry about it.
We had that jump scare at the end, and our ride vehicle came back to the doors, and then she was waiting as the doors opened like this.
Definitely check it out. Get to the park before October 31st. Check this out. Don't bother with Cars Land.
And get ready for the third holiday overlay, A Very Drax Christmas.
Why would you deck halls? A hall is an absence of things. You wouldn't punch that. What town is Santa Claus coming to exactly? The song doesn't specify that.
So when you're riding home tonight, make for the bridge with all your might. He'll be down in the hollow there. Eat your head, look out, beware. With a hip, hip, and a hippity-hop. He's out looking for a head to swap. So don't try to figure out a plan. You can't reason with a headless man. Man, I'm getting out of here.